All right, we're over at Zach's Euro Garage. We're visiting the Zach and the Aaron and the other Zach's over there working on. But the car he's working on is it's an E90. So Zach's doing cool stuff though.
Valve covers on an S65.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were puking for a while. I quoted these like a year ago. And the kid was like, "All right, I'll get them done." And then he's like, "I went to jail." Probably shouldn't talk about it. He's a really nice guy.
Anyway, S65. It's an M3, and it's cool. It's got, yeah, I don't know, nothing really to talk about. Aaron's putting a
BMW crate engine in.
An N63, but it's from BMW. So was this like a warranty claim?
Remanufactured. It was part of their class action lawsuit they had on this engine because of high maintenance costs. So you could get, at a certain point, you could get one put in your car for free under this lawsuit, depending on your car and what happened and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I mean that's old news now. But
so how many? Like, can I go buy a car and then you guys put an engine in it? Is that
not
how it
for
works?
free? No, this is over with now.
Oh.
It had to be like within so much time frame of when the car was new and stuff.
Damn.
That should happen at the dealer.
Yeah. But no, this guy just ponied up and he got one from the dealer. Got a whole engine. So.
That's a motor mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's broken.
I've seen those broken.
Look at how good he did it.
Well, no, it broke, and then this was loose, right? This is like collapsed in there, so the arm was just sitting on it and just kept hitting it. Was it vibrate real bad?
Oh, dude, it was like a sex toy. It was terrible.
This is something I've replaced them in E60s before.
That's a funny thing.
But
I was saying that.
yeah, they got their stuff going on. Todd's car's here, so Todd, if you watch still, your car runs. It's still not there though. I don't know why Will didn't get back to you, but these guys are learning. They're getting it done. But the reason I'm here is because this video, we are putting the Turbo E30 back together. So I couldn't find the head gasket that was only $17. I think it was from Auto House AZ, and they couldned get it before the 30th, and I thought I had an event on the 27th, but it turns out that's not till later. So anyway, I just hit up Zach and got the whole top end L-ring kit, so we'll have extra gaskets for when we need to build a spare engine. But our head gasket is hiding in there. I think it was like 125 bucks with Zach's price, so it was worth it. So this is the same day that I got the S52 E30 running, but tomorrow we're going to be getting that engine put back together. I don't know if we're going to get it in the car, but we're going to at least get that engine all put back together so it's not just open to
That's the one
go.
you guys took to Roadkill, right?
So, head gasket fixed. Nah, just kidding. We'll get that done though in this video. Oh, good morning. It's a little early, about an hour before Hamish gets here. And yeah, I drove in. I got my mom's car today. And if you guys saw yesterday, I did the maintenance on my wife's car. Her Infinity. Now I'll work on my mom's Infinity. It's a little low. It's on coilovers, and she hit something underneath and knocked the O2 sensor wiring loose, and needs to pass emissions. So I need to fix that. And that tire looks a little low. I'm gonna do an oil change and just generally look over the car. I'm the only one that sees it and works on it, so I only look at it about once a year. It's been a good car. But anyway, let's go jump in the 6 Series and get to the zone. All right, back from the zone. Fuck it, instead of working on that, let's just get right into it. So we got some of the copper spray. It's mainly in this area we have our issues. Yeah, I've definitely connected some coolant to some oil drains here. So that's pretty much what we're worried about, but just so let that sit for a few seconds, minutes, however long it takes me to get the gasket out.
Were you just laying awake at night thinking, "Oh man, M20 Stroker Turbo, gotta come back"?
No, but yes.
Nice.
It's one of those things like I don't think it's gonna work. But if it does work, that'd be really cool.
And then we'd be done already, kinda.
Kind of. Yeah, and we are using a better gasket this time. If you guys remember, the first gasket was a Victor Rains, And if I hadn't have been an idiot in the burnout pit, it would still be working and it would be just fine. I think it's gonna work.
I think it's good you are using kind of a squishy gasket too.
Yeah, composite.
Mhm.
Yeah. That will give it a little bit of help for the head to go on it, since we machined that down too.
Should we shout out to Will at GTR?
Yeah, I tried to buy a can of this. That's why I went to AutoZone. They didn't have it, but I did return my busted jump pack and got my money back for my brand new, fresh, cool one. Oh, we should probably set top dead center as well.
Oh, very smart. Good thinking. Oh, it looks like you're there.
No, the line's right there.
You're like damn near there.
So I think that's the line. Oh no, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're like really close.
Close enough for the girls I roll with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy I used to work with, his name was Guy.
Really?
That was his saying. Yeah.
His name was Guy.
Guy Cava.
Something Guy would say.
Alright, so we gotta turn this one to also be at top dead center.
Oh, money. Depends on which angle you look at it, but
Well, it's the middle of the
Yeah.
tooth, so I could just line the tooth up with it.
it's like a coolant temp sensor though. If I go over here, it's off. If I go over here, it's off.
I don't think any of the valves got bent. I think we're okay.
I mean, you had compression. It was just coming out of the expansion tank.
Yeah.
And none of those pesky cut rings to flip on us.
Yeah. So I will say I'm not going to buy another cut ring head gasket. The attrition and stuff that we go through and the amount of them that we're probably going to end up doing over the years, it's just not worth it for the money. I'm going to buy one of the O-ring tools, and then we can just start O-ringing heads when we do stuff, and then we can just use regular head gaskets. It'll save us a lot of money. The tool kit is like 300 and something bucks off of Summit, so we'll probably be buying one of those soon.
Is that like a cut ring it yourself type tool, or?
So you put it in the cylinder and you spin, and it cuts into the bore of the, well, not into the bore, into like around the bore into the block.
Mm-hmm.
Then you use like a welding wire and put that in there.
Okay.
And you put your head gasket on it, and then it like smashes the welding wire, and it becomes kind of the same thing as the.
Oh, nice.
But instead of cutting into the head, you're cutting into the block.
Right.
But then it's always ready, and it doesn't need to be like resurfaced every time and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I did 60 and then 80. ARP calls for 70 on these. I torqued them to 80 every time. I think it's definitely pushing the limit. I'm not recommending you do that, I guess is what I'm saying. If I break one, I'll buy another one. But it's more than they say. But I wonder what this port is for. Anybody have an idea what this is for?
Oh, that blanking?
Yeah, I mean the gasket covers it though.
Yeah. Is there like a secondary air provision type deal
Just
for
a secondary air.
Yeah.
I had a question for you guys. And you guys watch Trevor, that Motion Auto? He's a Colorado person. He's like a couple hours south of us, and he is working on getting out of his shop because he thinks his overhead is too high. So he was selling a bunch of his project cars. Well, he's doing a giveaway. He's got 10 cars, and then whoever wins the giveaway can pick whichever one they want of the 10 cars. And then he's going to sell at the beginning of the year another 8 of them, and he gets to keep 2 of them. He's got a bunch more cars than that. That's not his only cars. He's just got too many, and man, it kind of made me feel the same way a little bit. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I cash out on a bunch of cars and maybe relieve a little bit of stress? Maybe I'm holding on to these things more than I should. I don't know. Just write a comment below. I did send him a message though. We were talking yesterday on Instagram. And I said we should plan some sort of challenge type build event thing, or build a car for an event, you know, at the same time. Do a little collaboration stuff. So if you guys do watch both of them, you should go plant that seed on his channel.
Good thinking. Do you have an idea what kind of challenge you do?
Trevor is a very talented car builder. I would say much better than we are. He gets distracted by shit boxes though, the same way that we do. He can make prettier cars than us because he gets very good at like paint and body work. But he likes slower, dumb stuff as well. Him and his shop dude, worker partner, I don't know exactly what to call him, but Sean, they just did a Ranger competition, and Trevor put a 5.0 like 90s Explorer engine in the Ranger, and then put a max speeding rods turbo on it, and then Sean LS swapped his Ranger. So, and they had a competition between them. So they do like dumb shit for budgets and stuff all the time. So I don't know. It could be something cool. We talk every few months, and he always talks about how he needs an E30. So maybe we could get him on something like that.
So what's your deal? If it's like a blown head gasket, but it's only like the oil port and it just seeps a little bit, would you still run it? Like, what's your tolerances of a blown head gasket?
If I can make it more than a few laps without it overheating, and it runs on 6 cylinders.
If it's, you know, sweating some fluids, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have another engine to put in it right now, so we're not going to undo this one.
Yeah.
It would mean we probably won't use it at a whole lot of things, but yeah.
I mean, Subarus can apparently go thousands of miles with both head gaskets leaking, so I feel like
Yeah.
it's not the worst.
It's pretty much if we're just blowing combustion into the cooling system, that's going to be our issue.
Yeah.
But this thing did used to run like really cold, so I think we'll be okay. I will say we were at 3,000 feet, so our discussions about how cooling works is based on, you know, up here at over 5,000 feet. And the higher you get and the less dense the air is, the less cooling effect you have. So cars cool better at sea level. It's much harder to keep them cool up here. That's why it's always a struggle when you swap an E30 up here at altitude to
Keep them cool.
keep them cool. 24 valve swaps are harder. Hamish has, you know, a little bit of problems with his car as well. And it's a process because you have to have everything like almost perfect.
I feel like anecdotally, the M60 swap has stayed cooler than the 24 valve swaps I've seen
Yeah.
as well, which is kind of strange. I'd also say anecdotally, the 24 valve swaps I've seen might not have been the best.
There you go.
Yeah. I knew where you were going.
Don't want to talk shit. But if you take your time and are methodical with it and use
Robust stuff.
good parts, you shouldn't have any issue with.
And I think we're a team mechanical cooling fan over E-fan all day.
Yeah, it definitely depends what you're doing, but the big reason is a pusher E-fan is always going to be worse than a polar mechanical. Alright, we're looking all pretty good. There is our oil drain. It's the wrong one, so we should tap that. So how you do this, guys, I'll show you real quick. How to not get a bunch of oil in your
Or metal in your oil?
yeah, when you're tapping something that goes there, you just take your bit and just put a bunch of grease on the end of it.
Then it just grabs whatever it's cutting.
This grease might not be the, oh no, it's sticky, it'll work. But let's do some re-tapping and we'll go get a new drain plug today. And see, with that, all the metal that we tapped either gets stuck on the end or in it. I'm sure it dropped a little bit in it, but
Grab the vast majority.
yeah, and we've seen the rest of this engine. You know, that little bit of metal ain't gonna matter. But if you filmed before, Hamish, you can film it now and how much prettier it looks.
I definitely didn't. Had all that time.
All right, well, oh, hold on. We're not done. Just realized there's things in more. Which, I've seen these with multiple ports on them. Like aftermarket, I think I'm gonna buy one of those.
Johan had that, didn't he?
Yeah, I've seen them in a lot of places too, but Joe definitely has one.
Yeah.
And then I can get rid of this T. It'll just look a little bit cleaner. So this is the one to the ECU. So I can just pull it off of this side of it right there.
Nice.
So we got that right there, and then there was one more. Oh, fuel. Cool. Ready to go back in. All right, I don't know what the next video is gonna be on this. You guys have seen us put this engine in before, so we'll probably just quick throw it in when we do it. But Max Speeding Rods gave us another chassis mount shifter. Well, they gave us one, the other one I got from Zach. So we'll work on installing that like on the trans and stuff before we put it in the car, all the pieces, and we'll be rebuilding the shifter part of the trans. I got all new stuff, all new bushings, all new everything. And we'll throw it in the car and I guess we're just gonna see what happens. Appreciate you guys watching. Oh, I got bummer news. We're supposed to have an indoor drift event that was supposed to be super cool, and it was at this like old abandoned building, a 2-day event. Like first day was like a concert and drift demo and like drinking and just having a blast. And then that was Saturday, and then Sunday was gonna be like a drift day, like open to the public-ish. I was gonna be able to go both days, and the people that own the property, the management company, Levi's been working on this since like June, and they never applied for their liquor license for the event, and then they tried to get Levi. The price has been astronomical from the beginning, the negotiating, but then they tried to get Levi to pay for the lost revenue that they would have by not being able to sell liquor there, and they wanted him to cover the agreed amount that the bar would have generated, that he would have paid the difference if nobody drank when they went. They wanted him to just pay that, which was, it was in the 5 figures, besides the rental fee.
Especially when it's not even Levi's fault.
No, exactly. It was like, well, if you want to do the event, that's what you got to do. So Levi canceled it. but he'd already paid for insurance and a lot of other things. So because of that Driftsgiving, the event that we were going to go to, which was the Saturday after Thanksgiving, he ended up moving that to this Sunday that's coming up at IMI and just calling it this other event. It's still Driftsgiving, but it's moved to this day, so he didn't have to pay the cancellation fee on his insurance and a bunch of other stuff. So I can't make it that day. I guess the car could technically be done, but that's the day my wife gets back into town. I don't know, like watching the kids. I could work really hard to make it all happen, but I'm not going to do that. Like we'll let it be. So I've been talking to a bunch of other guys, and we're thinking we're going to get a day together December 3rd. It's a Friday. So if any of you guys are local and want to come out for a drift day, we're going to go to IMI. It is a regular day, so if there's people on motorcycles and stuff that want to go, that are there, and we have to get off for a bit, and then they get to go for a bit, and if people come to do go-karts, so forth. But it's good to have the breaks. But I think we're going to get Zach out there in an E30 that he has that you guys have never seen. That should do pretty good. I'll bring this, some friends with some JDM stuff, and I think TI Mike is going to come out, and we'll see. We're going to try and make an event out of it, but it's just an open day. There's no competition or anything. So what we're shooting for is getting this car done for December 3rd now. So yeah, and there is a chance that if Hamish really gets his butt in gear, he might get his wagon done for it. So
Yeah.
so we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Lots of E30 stuff coming down the pipe, and yeah,
Sweet.
see ya.